This is the JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe.
Nevada dude was arrested after illegally owning 7 tigers on his property.
Oh,
so they were emotional support tigers.
Emotional support animals ate my face.
Here, PC2. Here's the man with the tigers, Carl Mitchell, and a member of the local sheriff's office talking about the sitch.
Their machine guns and their Bearcat and Ram Lake 8. None of that was necessary.
We have received information that he has been seen walking the tigers loose around the property, off the property in the desert. There have been social media posts from him with people interacting with the cats, which is also in violation.
My tigers are my emotional support animals. I rescued those tigers from Joe Exotic, the Tiger King.
I knew.
Why is he talking into
I
a
knew it.
Why is he talking into a telephone with a megaphone?
I think he's in jail, buddy.
Oh, I got it. That's what those jail phones sound like. I've never been to a jail and talked to.
Oh, well, good for you.
Because my friends are not criminals.
Yeah, he's doing like a video call from his jail
Got it.
cell thing.
Got it.
So it sounds like he's in a bathroom. But yeah, rescued from the original Tiger King, the ever so annoying Joe Exotic. Can we stop with the goddamn tigers at the house? But anyway,
That seems like a fulfilling, problem. And then,
how were the tigers feeling about being emotional support tigers? Were they?
yeah, were they fenced in? Was it a metal cage? Or they're just physically in the house?
Yeah, they were in cages. They were just like in Joe Exotic. Arrested on charges of resisting arrest and unlawful possession of a firearm. Later released from the county jail Wednesday evening.
It's not like we don't.
Initially detained in handcuffs because he cooperated during the seizure, but then released because he cooperated during the seizure.
Okay.
He became emotional soon after getting the impression that tigers would be euthanized.
Yeah.
Officers gave Mitchell a reasonable amount of time before directing him to enter a SWAT vehicle, and then they used some physical force. I can walk myself. You don't need to grab me, Mitchell told deputies. That's what they always say after being jerks. Expressed concern for his health, though the sheriff's office said he doesn't appear to be suffering from any medical issues. Joe Exotic denied giving anyone tigers in a voice message recorded from a federal prison in Texas and posted on X, because that's the timeline that we're in. You need to quit slandering me on television before you do your research. None of these tigers came from me. Till you want a real story, leave my name out of it.
And tell Trump I need a transfer.
The 62-year-old Kansas native is currently serving a 21-year sentence at the Federal Medical Center in Fort Worth, Texas. In 2019, convicted of 19 counts of wildlife crimes, 2 counts of relating to a murder-for-hire case of rival zoo operator Carol Baskin. Oh. So where are these 7 tigers? Well, they are in an undisclosed sanctuary. They will remain there awaiting a court decision. A vet was on site during the seizure of the animals. Oh, my God. So he had a permit, but it expired. Under the permit, he was not allowed to exhibit the big cats and had to notify animal control before transporting them, and then he could only do that for medical reasons.
And what was that line you used? He was showing them or what?
Yeah, he had people there. Here. Oh, sorry. Hold on.
Ram Lake 8. None of that was necessary.
We have received information that he has been seen walking the tigers loose around the property, off the property in the desert. There have been social media posts from him with people interacting with the cats.
Yeah, there you go. That's the key piece of evidence right
They're
there.
not happy
give me
about that.
$20 and I'll show you why I'm so emotionally stable.
Now he's using the excuse that the boat guy's using. He's a veteran with PTSD. So that That's now the I can do anything I want card.
For sure.
Um,
Oh, we have a definition on emotional support. You see ponies and emus and mini horses and, all and whatnot.
yeah.
There's got to be a limit, right?
Yeah, well, that was the boat captain that hopped on the boat, the charter fisherman that hopped on the boat of the young kid.
Right.
That was his statement. He came out and said that he's a decorated combat veteran who was severely injured in Afghanistan,
Right.
served honorably, earned multiple medals, suffered a traumatic brain injury in combat, recognized disabled by the Department of Veterans Affairs. Says it's not an excuse, but it's part of my story. So he's trying to use that to get out of being held accountable for hopping on to Gage's boat. But then I guess he's got a boatload of other like battery charges and stuff. So I don't know. That guy's not going to have a hard time. But this dude, I'm like, I'm tired of people having tigers at their house. So, no.
And they stay in the house. How much kitty litter does that guy go through? That stuff's expensive enough for a regular cat.
When you're
got a 300-pound tiger. Man, he poops a lot.
When you're in the middle of the desert, I've just had it. I'm so done with people.
Well, yeah. I don't know. As far as stupid service animals or ridiculous-looking service animals, I would rate a tiger as ridiculous as a mini horse.
Well, I would put a mini horse higher. At least they have.
Taking them out in the stores and stuff.
Yeah.
Interacting.
Right.
You know?
Oh yeah, totally. I'm like, at least a mini horse is like domesticated.
Yeah. Right. A mini horse, I don't think is maybe
gonna attack you and eat your face.
Right. We'll.
No. Why is it so frustrating to exist with these people?
Well, yeah, interacting. I don't know. Sounds like he's trying to make money off of it, but whatever. Joe Exotic had it made. If that dude wouldn't have been such an asshole and played that straight and took care of those animals, that guy was like the white trash Jack Hanna. Guy had it made.
I know. And then his obsession with Carol Baskin.
Yeah, and then, of course, when you try to kill, your perceived enemies, whatever the case might be, whatever that was, whatever tiff they had.
Right. Well, she was just trying to make sure the animals were taken care of.
Yeah. Perceived. Yeah, his psychosis, whatever he was going through. And he was all doped up, too, wasn't he?
Yeah, he had some issues.
Yeah. Those guys, I think, were ordained a meth or...
Well, by all appearances.
Yeah.
Dumbing down your smartphone. One podcast at a time. Listen, rate, and subscribe to the JJO Morning Show podcast. Get up with Johnny and D. JJO.
Man, Family Dollar.
Oh. No.
Yeah. There's always like one employee working there and doing 35 jobs. Right. They get robbed all the time because there's only one person working there. It just seems terrible. But anyway, this just adds to the stack. A man in New Hampshire walked into a Family Dollar on Saturday night, shouted, "Hey!" to the clerk, and then ran out.
Stop!
The clerk said he was a heavyset dude who was totally naked, but he was wearing a surgical mask, so so you won't catch his cold, so you got that going for you.
No.
Police are investigating. They're like, "Hey, if you recognize the guy, let us know," which is weird because what are you supposed to recognize? His amazing body shape or what? If they can find him, he's going to be charged with indecent exposure. But why does it always happen at the damn dollar store? Come on.
Because I think your getaway odds are probably
right
a little bit, but you can run off into the woods because the Family Dollar is out at the end of town,
right?
And it's
exactly.
there's always some creepy woods out behind the Family Dollar, and I don't even know what that means.
Those damn Family Dollar people. I feel so bad for them. Yeah, Enfield, New Hampshire. I'm willing to bet there's like nobody around. Yeah, look, there is a woods right there in the background.
Of course.
Yeah.
They only build them out in the woods.
Damn.
Weirdest thing ever.
Some heavy-set, naked, masked guy is just running in saying, hey, and wanting you to look at it. That's it.
Is everything here really only $1? This is great. You guys want to see my penis?
That's Dollar General. Family Dollar is different.
Yeah, I know. I get
And
excited.
even Dollar General now is $1.25.
Wasn't there a new stores coming out that was they were really going to stick to the title of the store, but I don't remember the title of the store. Like,
Oh, my God, you are on a friggin' roll today.
yeah. No, I swear I saw it in the news. I just can't remember what it was called. But they were doing it to compete. They're using it as a. They're actually saying everything here is a damn dollar. We don't lie to you when you come in the door. But I can't remember the name of it. It's new. It's a new store. Because everybody else, when you say, which one's $1? Which one did you say? Family Dollar.
Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree. They're not $1 anymore.
No, it's $1.25.
Tariff.
Five Below. Is that what you're thinking of?
No, it's not Five Below. It's newer than Five Below.
Okay,
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Nothing matters,
Nothing,
John.
Nothing
matters.
And what if it did?
A 3-year-old girl is being celebrated after discovering what she thought was an ordinary rock but it was a legitimate archaeological find. It's Monday. Officials at the Israel Antiquities Authority shared that Ziv Natson, the toddler, discovered a 3,800-year-old, is it a scarab amulet, while hiking with her family.
Whoa.
Yeah. So they were just walking along a path. She picked up the stone. Out of all the stones around her, she picked up a 3,800-year-old scarab amulet. Rubbed off the sand from it, and it had intricate patterns underneath it.
Where was she? Olin Park?
No, over in Israel.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
Odds are a little higher over here.
Yeah, better.
I called, this is from the parent of the child. I called my parents to come see the beautiful stone, and we realized we discovered an archaeological find. We immediately reported it to the Israel Antiquities Authority. The seal was discovered at the foot of Talazika, which used to be an important central port for a junction of roads. So the seal was from the Middle Bronze Age. It's really cool looking.
So what do you mean? They stamped
Yeah.
letters and things?
Yeah,
And-
with the
and the-
intricate pattern. It has a seal on it.
Blood of slaves?
I don't know what it is. Look at this little girl there. She is
It's like the
reenacting or picking up the little...
watch it. That's like that little Buddha the Brady Bunch found in Hawaii, and they were cursed. Everybody started dying.
You can kind of...
Lost a lot of good kids out there.
There it is. You can see it.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
It's kind of cool, huh?
Yeah, that's neat.
Random. There's
Well, how
been
did it get there?
I don't know. Researchers have been digging in the area for almost 15 years. Her discovery joins a long list of Egyptian finds discovered here.
Must be yo come dig during rainy season in Scarab Amulet territory.
They were using this period as seals and as amulets. They were found in graves, in public buildings, and in private homes.
Wow.
Sometimes they bear symbols and messages that reflect religious beliefs. Okay.
Well, that's how you get cursed. Enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to be reincarnated as a high priestess and have to find the blood for an offering to bring back
Yeah, what if everything changes now?
Hotep.
Yeah. What if everything changes now?
Huh?
What if everything changes now? What if she's like...
Well, I can't get any worse. Look at my 401k. Oh, you talk. Oh, I see what you're. I see what you're
Pete
doing.
says, Dollar Tree things used to be $1 or $1.25, but not anymore.
Yeah.
It's like $3.
I know.
Why even have a name? Why even call yourself Dollar Tree? Just
wish
be
you could-
like, we're trying to be as cheap as we can, but it's hard.
Wouldn't it be funny if the name of
Seems
the
like
store?
a long name for a store.
Pop Shelf? No. That's an old one. God, I cannot find the name of it. Swear to God, I just saw it last week. Their whole mission statement is just totally to be $1. And so who knows? Let's see if we were going to get one. But and what do you get for $1? I mean,
I was just going to say, what do you need to be buying there?
I don't want a mac and cheese box for $1. That thing's probably been sitting in a shipping container since the 60s.
Right. What do you really want to?
I don't know, dude. An eraser or something.
Don't get mad at me.
I don't. It's just something. I just want to.
Something for $1.
I just want to stop. I want to walk in and look at the guy in the eye and say, "Don't you lie to me, or you're going to see my penis." If you lie to me, you're going to see my penis. And that's that.
Okay.
Discount stores. What happened? What happened to discount stores?
Well, I mean, when you think about it, like you can go into Walmart or Target and they have the bargain bins now with, things that are $1 or whatever. But you can get cheap made crap everywhere. Don't get me started.
The maintenance or the maintaining of those stores can't help.
Right.
And I don't want to be a jerk, but I'll tell you, man, those things are hot messes.
Right, because it's like two people trying to.
Right. Well, sure, that's right.
Run the whole store.
Yeah. Feel bad for them.
Right, 100%. I don't know.
Yeah, they were opening like 5 of those a day around the country. And I don't know. And their whole thing was, we'll come to you. You don't have to come to us.
Well, I think part of what made it popular at first is, the big, gigantic grocery stores, the big Walmarts, the big Targets
and Targets for crime.
Right,
there's nobody there.
Right.
Yeah.
Like there's all these gigantic stores. People liked the small store where you could go in and it would only take you 3 minutes to get the 3 things that you needed instead of having to run from one end of the store all the way to the other end of the store and you needed 3 things and it takes you 20 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, so that was part of the appeal was the smaller store.
I would imagine
they
open so many of them, you start eating away at your next door's profit.
I would think so. And then I wouldn't be surprised if they were making profit and then they probably sold out to one of those Bain Capital or whatever.
Now it's online. Yeah. Dog supplies, name it. It's why even leave the house?
Right.
I mean, I like to leave the house because I get to show off my fancy new pants from the Buckle to all the people at Family Dollar.
I mean, who else are you going to flex for? You have to leave the house.
But I think I feel like Walmart has done a fairly decent job competing with those. Death to Walmart. Not so much. Done a pretty good job with that stuff.
Well, and I think then the Walmart kids kind of step up and they were trying to do more American-made products.
Mm-hmm.
So, because that was a whole thing too. I
mean, why won't you go to a Dollar General?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I just haven't gone in a long time. There's just nothing there really for me.
Right. Because it's a hot mess. Just say it. Family Dollar. It's a hot mess. That should be their new slogan. Maybe that'll attract.
Like I've gone there for like pool noodles or I don't know. There's certain things I suppose you go there for.
Mm-hmm. I remember I told you I went to the one down at my dad's place in Ohio. We wanted to play badminton and get drunk. And I went over to the Family Dollar in Crestline, Ohio. And I told Christy, I go, come here a minute. They had the wrong price on the badminton set. It was supposed to be like $15 because you got 4 rackets in the thing and the net. $3.99 on it.
Yeah.
And I didn't touch it. I walked up. He rang it up. I walked out the door, a $4 badminton set.
Sure. Whatever.
So, they're ripping themselves off.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe that'll be the one that doesn't get me into heaven. Maybe that's the one thing I should have been a little more honest about.
I think we need to talk about the strip club problem, if that's what we're.
That was a 30-year phase that I am no longer.
Okay.
And that was for research
Okay.
and helping girls get through college.
Okay.
I don't know what your problem is.
I don't have a problem.
I know you ain't got a problem.
Replay today the JJO Morning Show podcast. Get up with Johnny and D. JJO.
Hi, how's it going? All right.
Splendid.
You're a martini person.
Oh, yeah.
Why are you talking like that?
Well, it's Martini Monday. I was
Yeah.
trying to be suave and James Bondish.
Martini Core has been trending on social media for some time. How does that make you feel?
What has?
Martini Core.
What's that mean?
It's
Hardcores?
It's like posting about martinis, Martini Core.
Okay.
It doesn't seem to be stopping. The espresso martini recently been named the top cocktail in New York City.
Yeah.
Boozers always trying to try something more out there, whether that be adding Parmesan to their espresso martinis
I feel like that's why more people are falling off of cruise ships.
or branching out
Like
to try a garlic bread martini.
16 martinis a day.
Now comes the latest very viral and perhaps most insane. The dirty pasta water martini.
Gross. I didn't even like hearing that phrase.
The Bar Fiorella, popular Italian restaurant in Philadelphia. The concoction is simple. Just swap dry vermouth for the used dirty pasta water.
Interesting.
Magic begins with boiling your pot of spaghetti and then cooling the leftover liquid. Next, in a shaker filled with ice, combine your gin or vodka, the reserved pasta water, and olive brine, shaking vigorously for about 30 seconds until chilled. Strain the drink twice, once through a larger strainer and then through a fine mesh strainer to remove any bits, and then garnish with a skewer of olives.
Yeah.
What about hot dog water?
Yeah.
Get up in there.
Yeah, that's the thing. Hot dog water in a can and yeah. I think I'll be different. I'm going to put a big dollop of mayonnaise in my martini. See what that
A
does.
mayo-tini.
A mayo-tini.
That sounds terrible.
This whole conversation's terrible.
Yeah, dude. No.
You know, it would be funny if I'll tell you what I would drink. I would drink a martini with not with dirty pasta water, but with dirty bath water that Margot Robbie took a bath in.
Okay.
I would totally drink that. Essence of Margot, I shall call it.
Essence de Margot.
Wait, is that a hair? Wait.
Oh, no, it's the ultimate game of puber, no.
She was shaving her pubes. It's even better.
Oh, brah.
Yeah. Pasta water. Mm-hmm. No, and I love pasta, so that's weird. It's weird that's disgusting.
I would try it.
Disgusting to me. Yeah, I guess. I mean, a hint of.
I mean, why not? It's just.
Yeah, but I mean, are you going to get a hint of pasta? What are you getting out of it?
It's going to be a little starchy. I don't know.
Yeah. It'll change the
reviews are fine.
whole arrangement. Yeah. No. All right. Weird.
Okay. When was the last time you wrote a letter?
I just wrote a check. Weirdly enough, I'm the last guy that writes checks. I write 2 checks a month. Am I weird?
No.
Really?
There's people that write checks.
Very good. Thank goodness.
But when was the last time you wrote a letter?
High school.
Oh, really?
I can't even. A letter. Like a so a card doesn't count. I wrote a little note in a card, paragraph in a card. That doesn't count.
So the
Like a
question asked on the poll: when did you last write a handwritten personal letter?
Goodness gracious! Well, I don't think this. The closest I came, I sold a vehicle, and I had to write out like a homemade warranty. It's kind of a letter. I put his name at the top of it, absolving me from any.
That's a bill of sale.
You shut up.
So not a letter.
Yeah. You're not the whatever. You're not the boss of my bill of sale.
Oh my God.
But you're right. That's not a letter. Shucks. I can't remember. Who would I have written a letter to? How about you?
Recently. But
Well, you girls have the feels. I feel like that you have more inclination to write letters.
yeah.
We just, whatever. I don't know if that's our first reaction is to sit down and write a nice letter. I think a card, I feel like, has replaced the whole idea of a letter. A birthday card, wedding card,
Sure. Well, either way. This past Saturday was National Handmade Day, not Hand J Day, which celebrates the effort and dedication to handicraft, artistry, and crafts. Just jeez. Hard to imagine anyone not appreciating a handwritten letter. And yet you are far more likely to get a DM on socials or a thumbs up emoji text.
No, Facebook has replaced the long-lost letter. And by the way, I feel like if I write somebody a letter, I'm not going to get a letter back. I get a text back that says,
Right.
hey, cool letter.
Well, you need to be sending the letter and not expecting anything. You need to send it free of expectations.
Well, you know me. I
Right.
like to be rewarded.
So-
I like to be rewarded for things with prizes.
The poll asks, when did you last write a handwritten personal letter? 9% of people say they've written one in the past month.
Wow.
Another 21% say they've written one in the past year, and another 26% say they're pretty sure they've written one in the past decade. 26% of people say it's been longer than a decade, and 5% say I've never written a personal letter. If that isn't crazy enough, 20% of Gen Zers, so that's people between the ages of 18 and 24,
Right.
said they have never, ever, ever, ever written a personal letter.
Oh.
And that was also the most popular answer.
What was the most popular answer?
20% of Gen Zers
Yeah, right.
said they've never written a personal letter.
Well, and
that was the most popular answer.
And letter's even better if you write it in cursive. I remember my grandparents used to live in Alaska, BC, way up near Alaska, but they would write us these 10-page letters. Very fancy. My grandmother had exceptional, beautiful cursive skills. And she would write these letters, and I couldn't read it. Mom would read them to us about their travels and adventures in the gold fields of Atlin, British Columbia, which was kind of neat. But Grandpa wouldn't write the letter. He would send us voice cassettes.
Oh, really?
On old school cassettes.
Hey, everybody. Grandpa Danger broadcasting live.
It's like, but I can't be too loud. The batteries are almost dead in my cassette recorder. I got to make this quick. No, it was always cool because, you love your grandparents. But I always thought that was like technologically way ahead of its time. It's like computers. It was neat, though, back in the 70s, back in the day. And those were always interesting. I mean, we didn't get to go up there later until we were a little bit older to see and appreciate all that stuff. But it was neat to have, a feel. It was like from the other side of the world, It was kind of a neat escape. With the pictures and all this stuff. So letters. God, I have not. Am I supposed to feel bad?
No.
No. Well, you came on a little heavy there.
No. It's just asking questions.
Well, you raised your voice, and I thought, well, here we go. We're going to go 6 rounds, and we're writing a goddamn letter.
You have problems.
Well, we're not going to be pen pals if you keep up this attitude. Would it be weird if I wrote you a letter? How creepy would that be? Wait, on a scale of 1 to 10, if I wrote you a letter and sent it to wherever you live, Lake Mills, I don't even know where you freaking live. Would that be creepy?
I would be, I'd be like, Randy, we have a problem. Look at what this weirdo did.
Johnny's trying to get in touch with his feelings. and our feelings, and he wrote me a 7-page letter with some sketches. I'm going to turn it into HR.
Look at this is the mind of a madman.
So, Randy, something seriously wrong. Nobody writes letters. I think it's serious. You wrote a letter? Instead of calling me a dickhead in the hallway, he actually wrote me a letter. That's so weird. But yeah, who would I write a letter to? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like the birthday card or the anniversary card kind of does a better job of summing all that stuff up. As a guy, I guess maybe that's different.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's so weird. Who did you write a letter to?
I wrote a little love letter to my lady.
That is so special. I can't even stand it.
Yeah.
How many pages was it?
It was 1 page, and I had a little drawing.
Were you feeling emotional when you wrote it? What was your state of mind? Were you drunk?
No.
And then
It'd be a weird time to try to write a letter.
what was see, this is a letter. We don't even know how to do it. I don't even know. Am I sober? What am I doing? I don't even know when to write a. Forget about how to write a letter. I don't know when to write it. So you were. Was it one specific thing, or were you just feeling emotional?
No. Well, I write little letters kind of every day.
Yeah. Well, you journal. Do you? Don't you take notes or something?
Yeah, I journal quite a bit.
What do you say about me in your stories? Oh yeah.
Don't be offended. Usually
yeah.
you're not. You don't come up. That's good. That's
Oh,
good. That's good.
I see.
That's
That's
fine.
okay.
That's
It's
good.
better. Okay, I see
Yeah.
what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Chapter 5, the demon I work with.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Who's the demon in this scenario? Well, all right, let's see if we have some letter writers. This is a really interesting topic. I find this fascinating. Hello.
Yeah, here's a letter for you. Dear Waterhead, I hope the tariffs hit those rattle cans of orange spray paint so that you on your fat face go up 1,000%. Huh?
Oh.
Love America. Hello, letter writer.
Hey, I don't think letter writing was dead because of texting and emails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, otherwise,
right,
you know,
right. I think you're.
I would do it more if there was an app so I could write my letter out
Yeah.
for spell check.
I think your heart's in the right place with long, honest texting. I think your heart's in the right place.
There's nobody to correct me with my spelling when I write a hand letter. What am I doing?
Well, write it
There's
in
no little squiggly lines underneath that says, "Hey, dummy, you spelled that wrong."
Write it in sloppy cursive German. Nobody will know what the hell you're even trying to spell.
What I do.
It'll be fine.
That's exactly what I do. It's
All
like,
right.
I don't know how to spell this. I'm just going to scribble a little bit. They'll never catch on.
Have you ever had a pen pal
Yeah.
when you were a kid? When you were younger?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who was it?
It was somebody I'm trying to remember what country they were from.
Yeah.
They'd set it up through school.
Yeah,
I can't
right.
remember. It only lasted a few.
Yeah, we had. I
letters.
feel like we were in like the 6th grade or something. And we had a pen pal. It was. I'm trying to remember. Was it English? I was trying to remember. Well, we used to have to write in English a lot. We were cursive heavy in my school. I don't know if you were.
Oh,
but-
yeah.
Can you write in cursive, dude?
Of course I can.
All right. It takes practice. You lose your.
Well, I mean, I'm also 63 years old. I mean, we were taught that immediately, in second grade.
Right. It was our second language. But I if I write cursive right now, it takes me a minute. Oh God, yeah.
Some letters I can't remember.
It would look horrible if I tried to write a letter in cursive and send it to you and tell you.
Like a capital S, yeah, everybody knows that one.
Yeah.
It's just a bigger S.
Right,
Some
right.
of the stuff is like, wow, that's confusing.
I was going to say, do you remember, if you had to write cursive, would you remember every single letter, big, cap, small?
Some of them I would
cursive.
struggle with.
Yeah, I would too.
Absolutely not.
Totally.
I'd have to look it up.
Yeah.
With my phone. My smartphone that would spell correct for me.
Is that a T? Is that a large T?
That it's a pathetic one, but
All
yeah.
right, good.
Well, what would you expect from Dan?
Now listen to me. Listen to me. I have to be
Never
honest.
happened.
I have to be honest. I'm a little preoccupied. I have a colonoscopy Friday, and that looks like a butthole. I'm not going to kid you. That looks like a
We
butthole.
drive for lower self-danger.
That's right. Just showing up.
All right, thanks. Hey, why don't you write a letter and shove it up your ass? How's that sound?
How many pages?
Just a big butthole. Shove it right up there. It's like a butthole in infinity.
Oh, man.
All right. Hello, letter writer.
Yeah, I can spell, or I can do the cursive capital G because of General Mills.
Dude.
And the last letter I wrote was I was in county. I sent it to a girl I was dating.
Oh,
She
yeah.
didn't feel the same about me and said the letter kind of rambled on. Never wrote another letter.
Aww.
And what did you say to try to convince her that you were going to go on the straight and narrow and stop robbing things?
I don't remember. It was 15, 20 years ago. But
right.
it was sappy, and I was
Well, right.
missing her and stuff. My grandpa just died. And all
Oh,
this. It
wow.
was pretty sappy. So
Oh,
she said
wow.
it just rambled on. She said it was pretty incoherent.
Yeah. Oh, so did you end up with her?
No.
Oh.
She didn't feel the same about me.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's convict love right there, dude. I mean, that's hard to.
Yeah, she pretty much moved on before I was out.
Yeah. How long were you in for?
It was just a 30-day.
Yep.
Yeah.
She couldn't wait. She couldn't wait 8 more days.
Yeah, no.
No.
I'm sorry.
She dumped someone for me, so
Yeah.
I should have known right
Oh,
away.
Yeah, you're better
Yeah,
off,
I
bruh.
got you.
Yeah.
Well, listen.
Have a good one.
You
Thank
too.
you for becoming an upstanding, productive citizen. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Oh, his voice got lower. Thank you.
You looking to go back, boy?
Thank you.
You looking to go back to jail? Hello, letter writer.
Oh, squiggly line in my eye.
Stop.
Reminds me of the old Dean Martin song. When this squiggly line hits your eye, that's amore.
Kevin had a sister that was pen pals with some dude in prison.
Here we go.
Yeah, I wonder how that worked
Weird.
out.
Wonder if it was that dude. Couldn't have been. That's too good to be true.
He was just in county.
Yeah.
Brian says he doesn't write letters mostly because he wants people to be able to read it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Boy, I see these flashbacks of, I think in high school, I used to write letters. They weren't letters. They were like love notes. What's the difference between a love note and a letter?
Length?
Yeah,
You think?
for sure.
Size of paper?
Because we'd pass our notes in the hall, and I think I passed some love notes. I don't know what I could have possibly said to have impressed a girl back in high school.
Probably about your weightlifting.
Maybe.
You're like, man, do you want to come watch me lift weights in the garage?
Hit 225 for the first time. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's a sketch of me bench pressing.
That's awesome. I would have been like, hell yeah.
Letter writing, that's a trip, man.
Yeah. I don't know.
Crazy to even think about.
So,
Maybe I'll try to give myself a homework assignment, trying to write somebody a letter. Yeah, I'll write my wife a letter. Surprise her. Tell her about my awesome golf and a trip we're going to take, and I want to get another cat, and if she likes my Harley, and then I'll see how she reacts.
Yeah. Thomas Jefferson was a big letter writer.
I'm going to ask her in my letter if I clean my bathroom enough,
Okay.
because the answer is no. What'd you say about Thomas Jefferson?
He wrote a lot of letters, estimated 19,000 letters during his lifetime,
That's the do-good letters.
including scholarly musings, affectionate notes to family, and responses to admirers. He used a polygraph to make copies of his correspondence.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. He would get up in the middle of the night and write letters. And he didn't always send all of them either.
I should write a letter to my wife's mother's sister and tell her how adorable she is. And I love looking forward to Easter dinners at her house. Dear Sandy, how I pine for your green bean casserole and our time together at the dinner table.
And then include a sketch of the green bean cat. I like how all of your letters include a sketch.
See how fast that gets me kicked out of dinner. Hey, Here, I have an idea. If you want to get out of a family get-together dinner, write a creepy letter to the host and tell her what a lovely, lovely person she is.
Yeah.
Done. You're out. You're out of the circle of trust. Done deal.
Michelle said if you send her a letter, she'll take you on her boat.
Oh my God! What kind of boat is it?
One where you're going over the side.
Oh, that kind of boat. I heard about those. Yeah. I hear about those a lot, actually.
Let's see. What did Steve say? When I was in Germany in the Army, I'd write a couple a week. Phone calls were $50 and very expensive in the 80s for overseas. Sure.
Yeah.
Same when I was in Desert Storm. It was the only form of communication with family. Sure, I bet you our service people out there wrote a lot of letters.
I mean, I do like the idea of it. I guess I don't have anybody to write a letter to.
Dear Penthouse, I never expected this story would happen to me.
Dear Penthouse, Margot Robbie walked in to deliver a pizza, got in a bathtub, and I drank her bathwater. The end. No, oh, that's funny. That is funny. Yeah, I don't even, because in radio, I've had some great friends in cities, Jacksonville and Kansas City, but I've never stayed in touch with really any of them. We just kind of. Some of them you do for a short period of time, but I don't know why it gets hard to do. And it's not that you don't like each other. I guess you didn't write a letter. I don't know.
Yeah.
Didn't send a text. I don't know.
Well, the kind of the rules of adult friendship, proximity is one of them. It's really hard to stay tight with people when they're not in your general area.
Like you hang out with certain people on your certain side of town. And
yeah, it doesn't mean you don't like the people that aren't close. It's just harder to keep that relationship as close. It's just one of the things.
Who do you think your next letter will be to?
Probably my lady.
Isn't it weird, though? Seriously, and I mean this, how creepy it would be if I sent you a letter.
I know.
Telling you how much I loved you. The end.
I think I'm going to go home now.
Yeah, I feel dirty. I don't want any of that. That's nasty.
Yeah. Don't ever say that again.
The end. Capital G.
General Mills.
That's the funniest thing I've heard all day.
The JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe. Catch a new show every Monday through Friday, 6 till 10 a.m. on 94.1 JJO or streaming anywhere in the JJO app. Johnny and D. Nowhere but JJO.